This slide actually shows the statistical correlation between average home price and average income for the period from the mid-1990s through May 2010. Prior to the mid-1990s, this correlation goes back. I take a look at the numbers. I couldn't get definitive numbers to bring the chart back 50 years earlier, but historically, these numbers traveled in a 3-to-1 relationship. In other words, if the average person in the Tampa Bay area made $33,000 per year, average home price was $99,000. It was a 3-to-1 relationship, and it was consistent throughout. What happened, and this chart really gives us a good glimpse of this, is that around 2000, 2001, 2002, many of the lenders figured out, gee, we can make more money by originating a loan, and instead of holding it in our portfolio for the next 30 years and collecting the payments, we can make, because let's say the lender borrows money at 2%, or let's say the lender borrows money at 4% and lends it out at 6%, the lender collects 2% over that 30-year period. As soon as the lenders figured out, gee, we can make more money by originating a loan, and then instead of holding it, let's sell it on Wall Street as a bond. Let's package it together with 20,000 other loans and sell it as a bond, and basically securitize it. So as soon as they figured out this operation, what the lenders did is they said, look, if we're not going to be sitting on these loans for a long period of time, what do we care about loan quality? And that's when lenders initially came out with 100% financing, stated income, no doc loans. That essentially, I would argue, is the primary driver behind the real estate price bubble, because all of a sudden, gee, if you make $50,000 a year, you own your home, now all of a sudden you can afford a second home, and we'll 100% finance it. 250 grand, is that what you need? Okay, here it is, we'll give it to you. That made a whole bunch of people buyers that probably under historical lending standards would not have been buyers. And this, I would argue, also ties in to where the Tampa Bay real estate market may be heading. If you take a look at the chart, it shows that we're almost back to that historical relationship, that 3-to-1 historical relationship between average incomes and average home prices. I would argue that markets, and this is just my 2 cents on this situation, I could be wrong. I know I have disputes with realtors from time to time on where the market is heading. To me, there's a number of events that have happened between then and now where I believe it's going to go below that historical 3-to-1 relationship. And let me backtrack a second. At market peak, the relationship went from 3-to-1 to 6-to-1, so 6 times average income. And that's never happened in the history of lending, in the history of real estate, that I could find looking back 50, 70 years. Presently, we're almost back to that exact 3-to-1 kind of relationship between average prices and average incomes. One factor that's not readily apparent on here is the year we got 4 hurricanes that hit Florida. As you all know, real estate insurance, wind insurance, flood insurance, has virtually tripled since that time. That is a permanent impact on the affordability of Florida real estate. I would argue, and this is again my personal opinion, that real estate could decline another 30% in Pinellas County, maybe 15% in Hillsborough. Pinellas County slightly more because they have so many more people that bought investment properties in Pinellas County. And so much of the market in Pinellas was overbuilt with homes that used to be 400, 500, 600,000 that are now 200 and 300, but there's just not enough people in Pinellas County making enough money to afford a $200,000 or $300,000 home under today's lending standards. Because today's lending standards, the lenders basically just said, well, we're going to tighten up this lending criteria and go back to the way it was.